about printing our future, but first of all I have to introduce you some terms. There are two, the food crisis and also additive manufacturing. So first of all, the food crisis is one of the biggest problems that affects modern society nowadays in a global scale. It is caused mainly by three factors, which is overpopulation, globalization, and also inflation. The thing that happens here is that at the same time that the market diversifies, also the demand and the products increases, but it increases in an uneven rate according to the food production. So it means that people can be that people have not that easy access to food, and also, which is more important, to good food, to have a good nutrition. But what are the causes and the consequences of this problem? Well, the main cause, as I said, is that people do not have access to an economic sustainability. So this kind of food that gives them a good nutrition is scarce. They aren't able to give them a good nutrition to their families and neither to themselves. And many of their children do not have an appropriate nutrition. Actually, children between 5 and 14 years suffer here in Mexico from chronic malnutrition, and the number increases up to 7.25% in urban areas, and it duplicates in rural areas. And actually Mexico is the first country around the world with a problem in child obesity, and the second place in adult obesity, which is also related to this problem that is caused by the lack of economic resources to carry to obtain the food they need. So they buy and consume food that is cheaper, but it's also food that is not healthy. And 1 out of 3 children people between 12 and 19 years have child obesity. That means 4.1 million people in Mexico. So now the other thing that I wanted to introduce you is additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is what we usually know as 3D printing, which means creating a model by computer in 3D and printing it by layers. That's why it's named additive manufacturing. And it creates an object that it can be useful. And also in additive manufacturing, we can use a lot of resources to make these products, not only plastic or silicone, but this kind of technology has reached points that make possible to also experiment with other resources. It has an infinite number of applications, and now I'm going to present the solution to the problem I introduced you. So the project named Fortificando Sonrisas, which was made by people or students from the Politécnico Nacional here in Mexico, is focusing in low-income regions from Mexico, especially in areas of here, Michoacán, that deal with adversity every day. So what they seek for is to have an alliance with government, with secretaries that are focused in human development, such as Cedesol, which is the Secretary of Social Development, and in general with the government, so they can initiate a program of additive manufacturing that can actually produce food to bring to these communities that are affected by the lack of economic resources. So the project basically consists in creating candy. In this case, are like energy bars that actually contain the nutritive things that the human body of a child actually needs to have the protein and the minerals they need. This doesn't make the children grow or anything, but they do have the I don't know, the vitamins and the minerals they need in their daily lives. And here in this table, the association in Mexico, Hijos Saludables, of the Academy of Pediatrics for American Children, shows the calories that are required according to the age of the people. There are from 2 to even 50 or more years, and also it considers sex and physical activity. So the students from the university had in consideration all this data to make this product and, well, make it a possible solution. However, this product hasn't been proved yet because they couldn't been able to experiment. It's only just in a phase of product and an idea, but I do think personally that it's a great and innovative idea to deal with adversity in these areas and to deal with malnutrition, especially in children. That's it. All right.